Beautiful avenue of trees here, going down to a house. And these trees are predominantly service trees, planted about 40 odd years ago. And at the bottom there, the entrance, there are a lot of beech planted probably 20 odd years before at least, so 60 odd years old. Predominantly service trees and some ash on the edge. Unfortunately suffered from some dieback, and that's the reason I know the age of these plantings. Some of them were cut recently. Interesting effect in the summer and the winter, the use of deciduous trees on avenues like this. The canopy here is not closed, it's not closed over because they're planted so wide, and that allows this turf to either be installed or developed, and it gives it a beautiful effect. And there's also a seasonal aspect to it, planting deciduous trees like this, because in the winter time, especially in the northern parts of the UK, there's obviously less sun, and without the leaves it lets more light onto the road area. But even in the summer it doesn't let too much light, it lets enough light in to allow the turf. It has a pretty beautiful effect walking or driving down this, and different seasonal interest. And it's quite stark. I can't show it right now obviously, but in the summertime it's nicely shaded along this avenue, and in the wintertime when the shade's not required, it's not shaded. Very beautiful aspect of deciduous planting. And these trees, despite the fact that they are not very large, I mean for 40 years it is, the growth rate is not that high. Service trees don't grow that fast anyway, but the ash should grow, you know. But this location is incredibly exposed. We are pretty much on top of a hill here, so this planting provides shelter when you're walking down, when there's any wind. Right now there's no wind, so quite lucky in that aspect. It's one of the reasons I'm shooting this now, because the wind here is very, very harsh, and you can see it just in the growth rate of the trees, 40 odd years. So plant something like this and you get this effect after 40 years. I mean, Jesus, it's just unbelievable. We'll all be dead by then, for Christ's sake.